So, folks, welcome to the NHBL finals of Season 8 2019. Sins is my co commentator today. What an event we have. Probably one of the best brackets we have had in a long time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, the excitement is for real here tonight. Personally, this is one of my favorite times of the year, like everyone else's. But not only is it such a great time of the year for NHBL, but the people that's in this tournament are so evenly matched. I built a relationship with a lot of these guys, if not everybody on here. It means a lot to me to be here with you guys to help call the first match of the month here for the finals. It's going to be a blast, and I cannot wait to get started here tonight, Rich.
I mean, I am very, very excited myself. Now, we have got four matches tonight. Those are in order: Ice, the returning champion, versus Gilga, Sage Will and Retro, Locktrapper Musique, and Punchy Boyo and Teddy. However, I'm only going to go through two of them because it is late and I want to sleep. So let's start off with the kickoff match: Ice and Gilga. Ice and Gilga, I think, have never fought, which is going to be an interesting one. Gilga, of course, is fighting across the pond. He is a British boy, just like me, and Ice is the defending champion. So Gilga is coming into this on the very strong back foot, I have to say.
Yeah, it's almost unfortunate just the way how it all played out. It's nothing it's out of his control a little bit. But Gilga, he can perform a little bit of an upset. Ice from good old Canada, and of course Gilga fighting him across the pond per se. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for Gilga. But if and let me just say this: Ice, like you said, he's the defending champion. He has momentum going into this. Gilga, he is what everyone's calling the underdog in this tournament. And first match of the finals, he has a lot to prove, and I'm sure that tensions are running high for his side of the thing. But for Ice, he's expecting to have a little bit of an easier win. No offense to Gilga, but he is expecting that. But I did talk to Ice a little bit here and there about the match. He just said he just wants to have a good match with Gilga and see what Gilga's all about. Because yeah, you're right. They never fought before, at least not in the main tournament circuit. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two pair up.
It is going to be very, very interesting indeed. Gilga's record is not exactly the greatest. His only win came against Crewmask in the Mavericks Overgaming Fisticuffs when he won 2-1. But winning against Crewmask itself is no easy feat because Crewmask himself is a very consistent boxer in his own right. But I think personally that Ice has got a pretty decent shot at winning this here because even though Gilga is a very, very good boxer, showed up to Fight Night a bunch of times, subbed in for a few guys as well. Ice is just a more experienced boxer in general, so it wouldn't be so far to say that Ice will definitely win that one. But we've got a very, very interesting match later today. Locktrap and Musique.
Ooh.
Bugger me. And this is first round as well. So let's start with Locktrap first. Well, I mean, he's been consistently getting to the top four in almost every tournament he's in. But actually, in every tournament he's participated in, he's come within the top four. He's only lost to Ice twice, Dos Caras once, and Musique once, and the rest of them were wins. So, what are Locktrap's chances looking like here?
I mean, like you say, he's a consistent person when it comes during the main tournaments, but when it comes down to the final couple matches, it's just he seems to dip, and that's something I'm sure that bugs Locktrap. But he's been a boxer for a few years now, and he has this aura around him saying that he can't get that far, and like he gets close, but not close enough. His first match is going to be tough. I mean, he's going up against Musique. He won twice this season, back-to-back tournaments. As for my knowledge, the first person in this era to do it, to do so. Musique, he's one of my old SSBL guys. Of course, I have to plug that in. Of course, duh. But from knowing him back in SSBL and helping him get to the level he is now, I mean, it's just so cool for me to see him grow into a boxer, but he's going up, Locktrap, he's just, I don't know, it's going to be a tight match. I see it's going down to the very last match. These guys are evenly matched. They both have the same kind of strategy, just a kind of aggressive, but yet not too aggressive where they're going to make a mistake. So I think it's going to be interesting to see. That's probably my most look forward match personally.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure with you too. But I mean, and this is the first round. We're spoiled here. Imagine.
I know this is nuts. And also,
Yeah.
I might add as well the other two matches for tonight. Just very very quickly before we head into the pre-match with Ice and Gilga, we have Sagewell and Retro, the European champion twice over, going up against Sagewell, a plucky fight night person. And sadly, Dos Caras was supposed to face Teddy, but he dropped out. So we're leading in first substitution of Punchy Boyo is facing off against Teddy as well. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Is going to be Ice and Gilga. So both of those two shall make their way to the rings now, please. Thank you. So as we talked about in the pre-match stuff, as their warm-ups are getting underway, I think it's best of three rounds warm-ups. This is a best 3 out of 5. Now, this is going to be an interesting thing because that was a new thing that was added in via the competition committee, which was the fact that the tournaments are now slightly longer in rounds. Pretty much, in terms of it being longer, what is it going to be harder for these guys to keep up the momentum through all 3 rounds because they're not used to it in the first round?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit of a different feel to it. See, their Ice is kind of toying with Gilga there, and that's kind of interesting. Maybe Ice is not really thinking Gilga much of a threat, but like how you said, though, about the rounds, I mean, Ice, he's been with Fight Night for a long time. Of course, he hasn't been fighting in Fight Night recently because he's just been too good. We can't let him fight, but he is used to the 3 out of 5 rounds and all that stuff in the Fight Night. I mean, he's used to that. Gilgun probably not so much, but I mean, it's 1 more round or possibly 1 or 2 more rounds. It's not going to make it or break it in my opinion. But like you said, momentum is weird. If Gilga can have that momentum, if he can have a good showing in that first round, it might pull him forward for the rest of the round, Ridge.
It definitely could indeed. And one thing which I am actually looking out for here is how Ice handles a sort of lesser experienced guy, because Ice has been in several tournaments at this point and he knows exactly what to do, but Gilga necessarily hasn't. He's been in the vast majority of tournaments, but he's not necessarily as experienced as getting to the later rounds. And if he does pull up a massive upset here, then who knows if he continues on to the next round. But that is going to be the warm-ups very much done and dusted with. The 2019 playoffs are underway. Ice and Gilga, both of them not really wanting to make their first move. Ice a little bit more territorial. Gilga charges forward. That's a jump. That's a jump. Round's going to have to be stopped real fast here.
Yeah, they don't have to stop.
Okay then. Yeah, but that was a jump on the side of Ice. We'll hear from Spogo for that decision.
So, since Ice technically won the round, but did a penalty, the point is void. So we're back to 0.
Redo of round number 1 here. No jumpy, no crouchy, boys. So, again, both of them starting off pretty darn tentatively, with Ice being a little bit more territorial. Both punches swing either way. Oh, Gilga actually manages to fake out a bunch of punches here. A lot of punches. And Gilga's on the front attack, but Ice manages to bait him out just in time.
Yeah, that was a close one. Yeah, Gilga was able to dodge that one hit by Ice and was able to counter it pretty quickly. But then Ice just did the same thing to Gilga almost twice. So, I mean, Gilga gets 1 step forward and 2 steps back in that one, but hey, that's a good start for Gilga.
I have Black Lung. All right, so round number 2. Ice charging forward, misses his punch and gets overzealous, but Gilga manages to miss his punch as well. But he is on the back foot and Gilga ties it up 1-1.
That's a pretty good win there by Gilga. With momentum on his side, I mean, I hate to bring up momentum like it's a cliche, but yeah, I mean, everyone's betting on Gilga to have this underdog story, and I think it's not looking too bad for him. I mean, Gilga's holding up his own against Ice. We'll see how Ice rebounds this as it now is a tie game.
All right, round number 3 of 5. 1-1. Both of them in the middle of the ring. Gilga, slightly more aggressive than Ice. Ice still backing away into the corner. He doesn't want to give away a punch like he did last time. Gilga gives away the punch, does land his second, but he's just being absolutely targeted. Yeah, he gave up at that point. There's no way he can do that with that sort of pressure, and Ice takes it 2-1.
Yeah, Ice was just too dominant in that one. He was just pulling out all the stops on that one. I think that's what Gilga kind of lacks in this. Like you mentioned before, experience comes with Ice. Ice knows how to try to dodge punches like that. Gilga maybe on a little bit too of an aggressive side. We'll see if he can try to maybe rebalance his game.
All right, so it's match point here for Ice. Can Gilga tie it up at 2-2 apiece? We'll have to see. Gilga charges forward, does miss his first punch, does hit the second punch, and he ties it up pretty evenly. Oh, but he misses a bunch of punches. Oh, he gives up. That's very sad, but he does actually manage to hit the first couple of punches. But nevertheless, Ice does win the round and win the match. Oh, never mind. He wants to dispute that round.
Oh, that's very interesting. We'll see what the refs think about that.
Dispute coming from Gilgamesh. I will have to void it because I've also seen Ice miss a swing that was, unregistered swing from Ice, and Gilgamesh kind of gave up during the match.
Sagewell Retro to the ring. Okay, so now this is an interesting one. This is a very, very interesting one. As our warm-up rounds get underway right now. There we go. But best of it's free warm-up rounds, by the way, guys. We have Sagewell and Retro. Now, Sagewell coming into this on the back foot as being the American boxer who is less experienced but better ping. So Retro has gotten to the finals before on ping. The question is, does he have the mentality going into this match?
Yeah, it's I don't even know where to start. I'm not usually one without words to say, but with Ragewell, I have to say this because Ragewell's going to kill me if I don't say this. He pinged me on Discord, and he's probably listening to this, be like, what the heck, Sins? Why are you saying? He pinged me at like 7 a.m. this morning, asking basically if the server was up so he can practice boxing at 7 a.m. He's been practicing boxing all freaking day to beat Retro. If that's not dedication. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is.
He's definitely one of the most committed.
Yeah, he is so committed on beating Retro. Retro is so committed to winning the finals. We'll see how it goes, but these guys it's an even match, but I think that's very amusing that Ragewell was practicing all day, so good on him.
All right, so our second match of the finals. Retro coming out a little bit more aggression. Sagewell does actually get the first punch, and then the second and the third, and he is a punch up, and that's, I guess, a missed punch from Retro did cost him their sins.
Yeah, I'm looking in chat here. I thought a little bit maybe ping issues, but then again, I mean, I'm not a referee, but definitely Rage is showing why he practiced all day. I've been seeing him practice throughout the evening, and he's doing what he was doing in practice. So that shows you practice, you put in the time, and you do the effort. So let's see how what goes on. Ragewell's up 1-0.
All right. Round number 2, Sagewell coming out strong, but he does miss his punch. Retro hitting his punches very consistently here. Sagewell's backed up against the ropes, and Retro ties them 1-1, showing his proficiency on ping.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one for Retro there. He kind of needed that win to try to keep on track there. And towards the end there, they were just both trading shots, and really the last hit won. And again, a little bit of ping issues, but we kind of expect it between these two. But either way, it's going to start to be an entertaining match. It's all tied up 1-1.
Start on bell. Round number 3. Both tied 1-1. Retro coming out. Sagewell coming out really strong, but he does miss his punch again on Retro. It looks like a hit reg, but nevertheless, I'm not there to dispute that. Retro comes charging forward, hitting these punches very consistently on the back ropes, and Retro goes up 2-1. It's match point to Retro Sins. Can you believe it?
It's like I said at the beginning of the show, it is going to be a close match, and it really is. Retro's up 2-1. I won't be surprised if Ragewell ties it up though, and quite frankly, I think that might be Probably expected from these.
Straightforward instruction. Round number 4. Retro only needs one more point to advance. Sagewell misses his punch again, but he actually does land. Does he land that punch? But Retro. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think Rage Wolf's probably going to dispute that one.
It did it. I heard that from across the fucking world.
Oh, he missed. Rage Wolf just said he missed. He's not disputing that.
Is he not disputing that? Dispute yeet. Is that an official request? Yeah, you gotta make it clear here, Rage Will. But that was a very, very sort of. I mean, that was very consistent. Oh, never mind. So Rage Will is not disputing. So that is a 3-1 win to Retro. Retro, the European Championship winner, moving on to quarters. So it's after a very interesting match where Sage just kept on beefing his shots.
Yeah, like I said, we're not refs. We're the commentators. We just see what we think we see. And Rage says that he missed. It wasn't a phantom hit, so we're gonna go with that. But it's Rageville has been practicing since 7 in the morning this morning, and it sucks for him to go out that way. But hey, it was a good showing though, a pretty good match though. So it lived up to its hype a little bit. I would like to see though in the future these two go up a little bit more because we know what, it was pretty entertaining.
Nice. You won against Gilga, and your next opponent is, if I just pull up the bracket real quick, I'm super duper ultra super cool professional, is the winner of Lucktrap Musique, which is coming up next. Are you scared?
Egg.
No. Well now, I know that this interview is going to be a great interview. So Ice, in terms of later on in the bracket as well, you've also got Retro and Egyptian Bagel to contend with. Who's most, in your opinion, who's most likely to go through out of those two? Retro versus the winner of Big Boy Lethal and Egyptian Bagel. So who are you banking on facing in the semis if you get there?
Big Boy Lethal. Ha, psych.
I want to live. Now, our big thank you for the interview, by the way, guys. Constructive answers. Now, Retro, my big boy, stop staring at me like that. Retro, big boy, you are on track again to go to the semis and possibly even the final again. So, do you reckon ping will be a big factor going forwards here?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie. The only big factor, the only really big thing that's sending me back is the time zones. I'm so tired. It's 1:30 in the morning.
It is 1:30 in the morning.
I've been out all day doing work. I haven't got any practice in it whatsoever.
Do you know what sleep is?
You probably
I've never heard of sleep in my life.
Perfect.
Now, Retro, who would you bank on Big Boy Lethal and Egyptian Bagel? The winner of that match faces you. Who are you banking on winning?
Probably Big Boy Lethal, if I'm honest.
Interesting pick. Have you got a reason why?
Not really.
As we get underway for our warm-ups here, the best of 3 rounds warm-ups, let's discuss real quick, because we didn't discuss it earlier, Sins. This is going to be a ridiculously good match. The last time that these two faced off, go guys, by the way, warm-ups, come on guys. So the last time these two met was at the Skyver Community Clash Super Semis, and Musique won against Lucktrap 4-3, which was a ridiculously close match, and I still remember it very, very vividly to this day. So do you reckon that this will be a similar match tonight, Sins?
I am hoping Musique doesn't meme and turn out to be a turtle. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we don't see another of that. What was it? The backyard brawl. I think it was when they holiday punch. I believe. Fisticuffs. That's what it was. If he turns into a turtle, Rich, I would beg you to bring out your fact book because.
Do not worry. Crouching is not allowed in this tournament. Right. Do not worry about that.
Musique. Like I said, he's one of the remaining boxers from SSBO who still box, thank God. But when he is on his A game, he is one of the most dangerous and threatening boxers NHBL has to offer. And that is a fact, and I'm not hyping up, just hyping him up. That is just the truth.
It is. He won 2 tournaments in a row. Like,
yeah,
that is...
I mean, I'm not really like saying, I'm not blowing smoke out of my you-know-what. I'm actually talking statistics here. I don't usually do a lot of statistics, but my statistic calling in my head is telling me Musique has to win this. He comes to the finals, winning 2 tournaments in a row, going up against his first opponent being Locktrap, who probably his best match in this tournament because they're fighting styles. He's gonna make me have an aneurysm on.
I'm sorry.
On the stream,
It's just the fact that he just fucking just walks really slowly over. It's like a granddad.
Zeke is gonna give me an aneurysm.
Good lord, what is this? All right, round number 1. Both of them seemingly pretty darn serious here. Locktrap in the middle of the ring, along with Musique. Both of them trying to rotate around each other. Neither of them really want to make the first move. Musique makes the first move. Both of them landing their punches pretty darn well. And they're both equal in punches right now. Both of them landing their punches consistently. Locktrap misses 2. He misses a very crucial one, and that put him on the back foot straight away. And it's 1-0 to Musique.
Yeah, that was a pretty even match, but towards the end there, Musique was able to land that very crucial punch after Locktrap missed his last punch. But hey, there is one good thing though. Locktrap just found the hot hand, so now he can impersonate Spogo if he really wanted to. But yeah.
An inspirational bit of advice there. Locktrap in the middle of the ring. Musique making the first punch does land it, but Locktrap manages to counter. Musique does miss the punch, and now he's on the back foot. He managed to counter the punch. What is happening? Locktrap is just beefing every shot since. Oh, he's calling dispute.
We've got a dispute.
On that one.
3 missed punches in a row, so I think he's calling hit reg on that day.
We discussed it. The ruling is that Locktrap just missed. It looks like a lot of we saw from different angles. We didn't see any. Didn't actually look like a hit rate problem as much as just weird angling.
This entire stream needs to be cleansed with soap. Round number 3. Musique only 1 away from winning here. Locktrap had countering a bunch of punches. He is still missing these punches. A very inconsistent Musique. Definitely on the upper advantage. He does hit another punch. Musique misses his punch though. Musique charges forward and he gets it free and
I think he's out of there. But I can see why. Musique totally obliterated Locktrap at the end there. Locktrap kept missing his punches. It was very unfortunate once Musique had the upper hand. All he had to do was just keep punching and punching and punching until he was dead.
But nevertheless, we have our replacement for Dos Caras, Punchy Boyo versus Teddy Bear now. Punchy Boyo's record, as warm-ups begin right now. So, Punchy Boyo's record is very, very sparse. He lost to Randoom in the Wasteful W Backyard Brawl in the first round. He won against Big Boy Lethal, and then lost to Musique in the Maverick Server Gaming Fisticuffs. Now, that record doesn't necessarily seem pretty good, but in terms of experience, I'd say he isn't as outmatched against Teddy as we think, since...
Yeah, I think it's just not enough. I think it's just a little bit of a sample size of Punchy Boyo. Unfortunately, this is actually the only boxer in this tournament that I actually haven't seen in person box. So it'd be new to me. But looking at the stats, the sample size of what he can do, yeah, you're right. He did beat Big Boy Lethal in the Maverick tournament, but then he actually ended up losing against Musique, who went up to win the next round and lose. Blah 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 blah. The point is, I'm trying to say is Punchy Boyo. There's not much to say, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but Fluffy Teddy Bear, however, there's a lot of things to say. He won. There is. I mean, he won the last tournament that we had. He won the super sensational tournament that I held a few months back. He is on the upswing. He's my vote for rookie of the or for a breakout star of the year. Like a lot of people, I think that he's probably going to be the main winner on that one. But regardless, he is really shown to be in the later half and really the start of 2019 to be one of the best boxers that we have. So I think warm-ups are done. I can't wait to get started. And the main event tonight.
Our final match of the night, and I want to go to bed. A little bit of a delayed start from Punchy Boyo as Teddy Bear is in the middle of the ring. Punchy wants to remain the reserve strategy, does try and swing it in. He only hits his first punch now, and Teddy just decimates him. Only getting hit twice there since.
Yeah, Yeah, that was pretty dominant there by Fluffy. Probably going to see a pretty quicker match this round if this keeps up. Fluffy Teddy Bear, he's aggressive, but not too aggressive, just the right amount of aggressive. And he definitely picks his shots in, and Punchy Boyo just does not.
All right, so round number 2. Teddy on the immediate charge does miss his first punch, but it doesn't matter because Punchy Boy didn't retaliate. Punchy is getting these punches very consistent, but he misses his last one. He was up on the terms of the swing times, but he misses his last punch, and he pays for it dearly. 2-0 to Teddy.
Man, Teddy Bear is going very aggressive in this one. He is grounding and pounding his opponent tonight, and Punchy Boy does not know how to react. And it is... Can I freaking help you?
I knew
Fluffy
you were
Teddy
going to
Bear's
say
up 2-0, Ridge. Come on, get it together, young man.
Slugs conspiring against me. Punchy Boy with the delayed start. Teddy Bear punching out of the way. Punchy Boy actually just getting these consistent punches, but he charges. He's too aggressive, and Teddy Bear takes the win. 3-0 Sins.
Yeah, I mean, Punchy Boyo at the end there, I don't think he had any other option. He just had to be aggressive. Really couldn't do much on that one, and it was a clean sweep for Musique. And you know what? He's going to look to make a very, very good run into this. First of all, let's talk to Musique real quick. Musique, you just won that very... I guess can't say an easy match, but to you, it was a little bit more of what we see of Musique of old, as we've seen earlier in this season. You're winning back-to-back. What's your mentality now after you got the first match done? How's your mentality going on to the next round?
He's scared for his life.
Are you scared, or is that a little bit of excitement? Are you an opera singer? All right. Good talk. All right. One more question, though, if you can give me an answer for it. In your next match, okay, you're going up against, let me see here. Why isn't it up on my phone? You're going up against Ice. Thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good.
Okay, cool. All right. So,
really calm.
all right. So we have here Mr. Fluffy. So Fluffy, you had a pretty good match against Punchy Boyo. You thought you were going to go up against Dos Caras. Dos Caras then had to drop out. Did your strategy have to change in that, or did you just go in the match like you normally do?
I just went into the match like I normally do.
Okay, all right, appreciate the honesty. You've been through Fight Night through this past, I think it's been almost 2 years now, I think, that you've been through Fight Night. It's been a long time, and now you're finally like getting up to the point. How much do you credit being in the Fight Night circuit, training almost every Friday? How do you credit that to your success here in NHBL this season?
I'd say 80% of my skill probably comes from being in Fight Night. Other 20% comes from practicing with other people like Rage Will.
Yeah, like I said, Rage Will, he was practicing freaking all day with Metro, Gearhead was here. I mean, there's a lot of people practicing for this tournament. Yep. Last question then, Fluffy. Do you think, in the finals, in the final match of the finals, what's going to be your preparation going through this? Just going to be the same old Fluffy, or do you have to adjust your skill a little bit? Like, what's your mindset now going into this second round?
Same strategy. I don't really know much of the other people there, so I'm just gonna stick with my basic strategy and hope.
Do not move. No, that's fucking. No jumping or crouching, Musique. No jumping or crouching. Good lord. All right, Deku, what's the call on that?
As soon as the bell rang, he just jumped.
And now he's looking for a dispute. All right, this is going well.
His grandmother came into the room. One of these excuses scaring me.
His grandma entered the room. Is that
allowed? Is that allowed?
Is that allowed? Can we actually make that a dispute?